some difficulties last time.
We sure did.
Yeah, where you at? You in LA or you in San Diego?
In San Diego right now. I'm going to LA this weekend.
You been enjoying yourself?
Yeah, I stay on the move.
Yeah. So for all you viewers out there, Evelina's always on the go. She's from Bulgaria, but she's visiting the United States right now. Out there living it up in California. I seen you at that concert the other day too.
I know. I know some people.
How you been?
I'm great. I'm happy to be back here. Honestly, now I can travel all over the world.
So, how did that all work out? Because you're from Bulgaria. You've been living in the United States for a couple years. You went back to Bulgaria. You've been back for about a year, and you've been back in the United States for like 2 weeks now. So, how did that come about? How was you able to get back over here?
Yeah. So first when I was living here 10 years, I had like a student visa. I was here with a student visa, and then I had to wait a little bit in order to get a tourist visa. And I'm just visiting right now. I mean, I can stay like 3 months at a time, and it's for 10 years. So next 10 years, I'm good, basically. I can visit whenever.
How long did it take you to get this type of visa?
Well, I didn't apply for it until like 2 months ago because I was thinking for whatever reason I'm not gonna get it, but that wasn't the case. And like once I applied and went to the interview in the embassy, it took about a week to get it. Right when I got it, I booked my flight. I was like, I'm out of there. I need to come back for a little bit.
It make you do an interview to come to the States?
Yeah, because Bulgaria is part of the European Union, but there is still certain countries that still require, like Bulgaria, Cyprus, that still do require a visa to come to the States.
Yeah, because a lot of people do want to come visit America, but they feel like it might be too difficult for them to come. Like, did you have to like know somebody? Do they ask you like all them questions? Are they like very detailed in that way?
Well, with me, it's a little bit, yeah, they did ask me for sure. They did ask me questions, but with me, it's a little bit different since I was already a student here. Their main concern is like not wanting to have potential immigrants, like people who come here to work illegally or legally or get married. And, I didn't have none of these intentions. I mean, I have my own business, so I don't need to work here, basically. So basically,
Okay,
what they ask me like, I obviously want to see my friends and everybody I know since once I was living here. So yeah.
Do they contact the friends or the people that you stand with? Do they contact them?
No, I did provide like an invitation letter from my best friend, and like her contact information, but they didn't ask her anything. They didn't even ask me any questions because usually they also ask questions when you arrive. Like when I got to the airport, I was thinking, okay, they're probably about to question me again, like why am I here, for how long I'm staying. They didn't do none of that, but usually they're supposed to. I don't know. They didn't do that with me, so.
Okay. Yeah, because that immigration thing is difficult. I mean, you're the first person on this channel to really like explain that, because everyone that I speak to, they either from America, they've been other places, or they in other countries and they never been to America. We gonna hop in Bulgaria for a little bit, but we also gonna chop it up about Greece because you very very familiar with Greece. Every time I'm looking at your story, you always in Greece. When she say she on the go, places I see her at is Greece, Bulgaria, LA, of course. I know you've been to places like Spain but what other places have you been to?
Yeah, well, honestly, I've been all over. I've been to Mauritius, that's like an island, or it's in Africa. I've been to Qatar, been to Romania. I was just there for a festival, actually. And then honestly, I've been to Bali, been all over. I usually travel out of Europe because I prefer more exotic places, but obviously I've been to Greece, Turkey, Cyprus, Croatia. But yeah, I do like.
You don't travel by yourself, do you?
Say that again?
You don't travel by yourself, do you?
I did solo travel once, but most of the time, usually I always plan a solo trip, and then every single time something happens, that somebody comes with me. Like last time when I went to Qatar, I was supposed to go alone, and then my friend, she missed her flight. So that's actually kind of a crazy travel story, because she was supposed to, go from somewhere else, and then she decided to switch it to Qatar, but then she missed it. It was a whole deal going on there. So she stayed with me like for the whole week, and I was supposed to be by myself there. Same thing with Romania. When I went to that festival, like at first nobody wanted to go with me, and then when the days were like coming closer and closer to the festival, like my friend was like, "Oh, let's just drive there together." I was like, "Perfect." But usually when I go there with somebody, I do my own thing. Like I don't stay with them. Like in Romania, I was literally doing my own thing, and she was like hanging out with like at the festival at some tables. So yeah.
Just because this is easier for you to touch on, you might have some viewers that might be interested in going to Bulgaria. Is it a safe place for a solo traveling woman?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely safe. Usually people think completely different of Bulgaria because it's a small country and not a lot of people have heard of it. But the culture and the food and like the places you can go and see, they're amazing, because Bulgaria was one of the oldest, or not one of the, it was the oldest country in Europe. So it has like a lot of cultural background and a lot of history, and there is also good restaurants, good nightlife. It has a little bit from everything. It has beach side. It has like a mountains area where you can go ski during the winter. So I personally sometimes go out by myself and it's nighttime, and then I meet my friends and I'm walking on the streets and it's completely fine. Especially because we don't have that much like of a homeless population anymore. So it's just either tourists or like regular people on the streets.
What about the language barrier?
Most people speak
Like,
English until they're old. It's required in the schools. Like we're required to learn English. So they don't speak it like the way I speak it, but at the same time, they do know English really well. Most people.
okay, okay, so shit, that's a big, huge check mark, because usually that hinders a lot of people from traveling. What about the currency?
It's cheaper. It's way cheaper. It's Bulgarian lev. So put it that way. It's like technically half of what of what something might cost here. You know. So it's pretty cheap. It's kind of like Mexico when it comes to currency.
I hope you don't think I'm bullshitting when I tell you I'm gonna come pull up on you out there. I know we've been talking about it for a minute, but the way I look at it, that's a whole trip in one, because you got Bulgaria. Let me look at this shit. All right, you got Bulgaria, and then you have Turkey, and then you have Greece. And so like really, and then you got Romania right above you. So really like you like right there in the middle of all these destination spots for everybody that want to travel to. But you be in Greece a lot. You
Yeah,
be in
I love
Greece a whole lot. So what you love about Greece?
everything. Well, I speak Greek too. So I used to live in Cyprus, which they speak Greek there, so I learned it. So for me, and like the waters are clear, like the beach side, and then the food, and then I love the people. I honestly I prefer it better than Bulgaria, and it's also more populated tourist destination. So yeah, if I want to get away somewhere closer to me and just because Greece feels like my second home to me. So honestly, I'm just like I don't really do the tourist things anymore, but it's pretty interesting to take you if you haven't been and explore.
So that all that Greece shit that people be posting on social media, it lives up to the hype actually being there.
Yeah, it really depends which city are you in, because I personally don't really like Santorini, but Mykonos is pretty cool for people who are like our age. Other than that, what I like about Greece, it has like for different demographics, different cities. So it's not just the same everywhere you go, because it's pretty big. I love Athens, and I love Mykonos, and I love Thessaloniki. Those are the three top cities I like to visit when I go.
Yeah, you be making that shit look live, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you got like travel influencers and shit that post places that they've been and shit, but like I look at your story and you posting like damn near every weekend out there in Greece, and that shit is pretty consistent. You go by yourself?
To Greece, yeah, I used to go by myself. I actually was seeing somebody there, so that's why I was going. But I usually go by myself whenever I travel. to Greece.
Okay, so that does count as solo traveling.
Yeah.
Even though there's like your even though there's like your second home, that shit does count as solo traveling. So for a solo traveling woman that wants to go to Greece by herself, she'll be all right.
Yes, absolutely. Greece is even safer than Bulgaria. I mean, not so much Athens. Like if you go out by yourself in Athens, I would suggest you go out with somebody. But like during the day, no matter where you go in all Eastern Europe, Eastern European countries, you're completely safe. You shouldn't worry about anything. All you have to worry about is like, depending on what you want to do, but research what you want to see, where you want to go, what you want to try, and then just do it.
Okay, making this shit easy because a lot of people they bring up shit like human trafficking. Women they are more vulnerable when it comes to traveling. So like they'll make up any excuse why not to book a ticket, why not to travel. So that's why we gotta buy that shit.
Like every country has their dangerous neighborhoods and dangerous areas, no matter where you go. So as soon as you don't go in these areas, then you're completely fine. Like Bulgaria, for example, has like a neighborhood where there is like, they're called like Bulgarian gypsies, but they're Bulgarians pretty much. But I would advise don't go in that neighborhood, in that area. But if you don't go there, because they're usually like in the suburbs, they're like out of the city. So yeah, I don't think anybody who's just visiting as a tourist has any interested in going there anyways. So pretty much that's it.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Why would anybody want to go to a random neighborhood in Bulgaria unless someone lives there? But shit, now to get to the nitty gritty, you know, being European in America, you got the best of both worlds. You've been to all these different countries. So how would you compare? All right, which one is better to you? Living in Europe or living in America?
That's a great question. I honestly don't know anymore because like I used to love America more than Europe, but that was like in my college years when I was, still partying a lot and like still deciding what I want to do with my life and like meeting new people. Now that I was back home for a year, I think I was more sad about the fact that I couldn't come back for a while, but now that I'm back here and I'm seeing that a lot of people that I know actually haven't progressed or haven't went anywhere with their life. And I see how in America you can stay in that cycle if you're not mentally strong enough, and taxes. So I would rather be living in Europe because of, free healthcare, taxes and all that stuff. But I would want to always be able to visit and come here as a tourist. Because there is it's way bigger, way more things to see, way more things to do, you know. I honestly love, as you said, best of both worlds. Like I would never switch. I would always come back and forth between both places. So it's just different culture, people, experiences.
Now, what about the men?
American,
I had to ask. American.
American one.
Why? And the reason why I say that is because like I want to tear down the whole passport bro notion that people put out into the world of people that travel. They think just because you travel overseas and you meet somebody like, oh, you just men just leaving the country just to go fuck other women and link up with other women, which that's really not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, so so yeah. So you can. So what you think about that? Like the men in America compared to the men in Europe, like what makes such different?
Oh my god, that's um. Okay, so the way men in Europe treat women, I think it's better. In terms of respect and just being more of a gentleman, at least from my personal experiences. I mean, I'm sure there's some like great guys out here, but at the same time, anything else that has to do, honestly, like ever since I've been here back, like I've met more like stable people. So again, there is all type of people everywhere, but looks, vibe, whole personality in general, I don't know, I just vibe more with American guys. Because
I feel it.
Bulgarian or like Yeah, mainly Bulgarian, but also a lot of European. They're very, very close-minded in a way, in a lot of ways, and they're very stuck into our culture, in the Bulgarian culture, and they don't want to switch their ways, and even in a way act very, I don't know, immature in a way, and like very like low mentality. I don't want to go into too much detail or offend anybody, but
Yeah. Yeah. Now I feel you. You got people on both sides, so you know what I'm saying. You just you know, and like I said, this is to really give perspective from a female's perspective on I guess I would say
yeah.
cultural differences.
Sorry to cut you off, but Frenchmen treat you like a queen. So that's what if you talk about Europe. So that's about it. The Bulgaria, no.
Frenchmen, they treat you like a queen. Like how? Give us an example.
I mean, in any way, they check a lot of check marks that somebody might be looking for.
Fuck all the bullshit. I'm gonna throw my shades on because I've been waiting to throw these motherfuckers on. Let's talk about some boxing. Let's talk about some boxing.
Let's do it.
What y'all don't know, this video right here gonna be on two different playlists because I got the travel side and I got the boxing side. And what the viewers don't know is like she got hands. I held the
Don't
mitts
play
for
with
you
me.
one time and them punches was snap. Yeah, you don't let the IG fool you. The hands is lethal. So when was the last time you was in a boxing gym?
Honestly, so ever since I went back to Bulgaria, I've barely been boxing, which I miss it. That's one of the things I actually miss about the States because in Bulgaria, I can't find a good boxing gym that I really like. Especially with coaches out there, they don't really, unless you're professionally doing it, they don't really pay attention to you, even though you're paying or not paying. It doesn't matter. They're still not paying attention to you. But last time I was boxing was maybe around 4 or 5 months ago. If I go to a gym that has a bag or something, I will definitely work out by myself a little bit. But in a boxing gym was I went to Greece. I was going in Greece. I was going to. They had a pretty good gym there.
Yo, I love seeing you hit the bag and then like hit the mitts and shit. You be dead serious when you be doing that shit. I love seeing that shit. You should post more of that.
I should. I just wish I had like a professional camera or like somebody who can take more like of professional videos because for some reason the lighting is always bad whenever I'm there, or I don't know, maybe I need a new phone because my camera is one of the two. But yeah, I was actually because right now I'm doing like a certified personal trainer thingy and nutrition certificate that I want to do eventually. I was actually thinking to focus my social media content more on, again, like fitness and boxing and then like traveling. But that takes some time for all that.
Another cool thing is that you used to train at the same gym with Shakur Stevenson.
I did. I sure did.
How was that?
I had great, amazing experiences. And like the coaches there, one of the coaches, he trains him too. I think he's assistant coach. I'm not sure. But they showed me because I told them I'm there for a little bit, whatever. But they showed me the first day I was there, they were kind of skeptical because I look like a girly girl, and they're like, "Why is this? Why is this girl over here? What is she doing?" But then once I started working out and hitting the bag, and the coach came by himself to me and he was like, "Do you want me to train you out here?" And he didn't even want money for it. So he was like, we can, throw some mids, and then he was helping me with my technique. So I had a very good experience.
So did you get to see some greatness in action?
I
You get to see Shakur, you get to see Big Baby. You got to see them fighters do their thing.
I did. I saw them working out, training in the. They usually go like either very early or very late. It was like a quick interaction, so I didn't stay there through the whole training. And then also, I don't know how much I could say.
No. I feel you. I got to see him work out in Vegas. I got to check them out. They was sparring out there at the top ranked gym, so that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Getting to see greatness like close and personal. What got you into boxing in the first place?
Well, I first went to a boxing gym when I was like 14. So I was still in, what is that, middle school, I believe. one of my best friends in Bulgaria back then, her brother and her were going to like put just for a workout. So I was like, I want to try it because I always wanted to, play soccer, do boxing, do more like male sports. And then my mom, she was always about more like girly sports, so she put me into gymnastics and like those type of things, and I never wanted that. So so once I got a little bit older, I quit gymnastics, and then I started doing boxing. And I wish I did it more professionally, but
Yo,
say that.
I'm telling y'all right now, and I'm not boosting her head up, but she really can hit the mitts and really hit the bag with good form and good technique. So you was actually taking the sport serious because like you do have technique.
I do. I mean, I'm pretty athletic though, so there is no sport that you can throw at me that I can't learn quick or have some sort of like physical or like athletic movement in it. But like boxing, because it's also a workout, but also if I'm not in a good mood or whatever the case may be, like it always helps me mentally too. So the only reason I didn't do it professionally, because I could have, especially because I started from a young age, was because of all the concussions and like CTE going on with the brain, and so this was mainly has to the part, yeah.
Old school, new school, it don't matter.
Well, I love Anthony Joshua, Tyson for sure,
Which one?
Mike Tyson,
Okay.
and there is this Bulgarian boxer actually. He's pretty good. I don't. He fought Anthony Joshua too. His name is Kubrat Pulev. I mean, for Bulgarian, I have to say him, because he's Bulgarian. I can't miss him. But for Bulgarian athlete, he's pretty good. And then, honestly,
I thought you was gonna say Shakur,
I
Tank.
want to go old school and like my favorite, especially because he's advocate too. But yeah.
All right, let's see how much you really know boxing. Roy Jones. What you think about Roy Jones?
I don't know him.
You don't know about Roy Jones?
No.
We're gonna have to revisit this conversation again. We're gonna definitely have to revisit this conversation again.
You said Roy
I'm
Jones?
gonna be unbiased. I'm gonna say Roy Jones.
Joe or Joe? I don't know him.
Jones.
Oh, Jones. Yeah.
Jones.
I don't know nothing about him.
What about Jake Paul? You fuck with Jake Paul?
No. Absolutely not.
Why?
No.
You don't like Jake Paul?
That's like talking about me being an Instagram influencer, for example, and then all of a sudden becoming no. Because some of these people have worked all their life for it, and then here comes. I mean, let's put it that way. For the amount of time he's been boxing, I don't know how long he's been boxing, but like for the amount of time he's been doing it professionally, he's okay. I don't know. Yeah. Let's not
Okay,
talk.
we bullshitting. Because I got Jake Paul. Nah, I got Jake Paul over KSI. That's your boy. Them European motherfuckers. KSI, that's your boy. I got Jake Paul over him. Let's see who else you might be. Alicia Baumgartner.
Can you throw somebody at me that I know?
You know who that is.
I don't.
You don't know who Alicia? Okay, Clarissa Shields.
Males. Man. I don't know no female boxer.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, the boxing community, they go be coming for you. They go be in them DMs. Clarissa Shields, Alicia Baumgartner, what's her name? Serrano, the girl who beat Amanda Serrano. I forgot her name. Yo, you got some female boxers that's nice today. As far as males go, what you think about Terrence Crawford?
No,
Don't tell me you don't know who that is.
I'm playing. Well, let me think. By the way, going back to Amanda, didn't she want world something?
Amanda Serrano?
Yeah.
She like Dominican or Puerto Rican or some shit.
Gotcha.
She nice though.
Okay, I'll make sure I look her up.
Yeah, yeah. Terrence Crawford though.
Well, what do you want me to say about them? I mean, I know him, but like, what do you want me to say? 'Cause
I want to know, like, what do you think, like, as far as in the boxing game?
I think
Like,
I
how great do you think he is?
I think he's good. I think his reflexes are pretty fast in a way. His technique is good, but again, not because usually I do watch boxing, but I do watch like you know bigger names that I know and that I'm interested in watching. So I do the sport, but like when it comes to athletes, unless there's somebody I'm really interested in watching, I don't really watch it.
You know what? I feel you. I
So
feel you. I feel you 1,000%. I was just trying to see how in depth the boxing game is to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you into it because you be doing it. You be taking it serious. You be wrapping up your hands. You be doing the mitts and shit. You hitting the bag. But I just want to know how much you knew as far as like fighters go.
well,
Cause I
I mean,
know
I
you know
guess
who Canelo is.
as you said, Roy Jones, like his speed, his technique is pretty good. He's known for his speed. Like I know a little bit here and there, but that doesn't mean I watch all their fights or have watched them. So basically,
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel
um,
you. We
like
just gotta share. We just gotta share with the world how much your boxing skills, your boxing skills are. We'll make sure we share some clips too. You need to start posting some more.
I will, I will.
See, you go to your IG. You look like a travel influencer. You know what I'm saying? But you don't really do content like that. You
Yeah,
you just you just post pictures. I mean, shit. You keep the shit playing, in my opinion. But I think you should start showing more of that, some more of that boxing shit.
no. Okay, we'll
You
keep.
know.
I haven't really posted any reels or videos lately, so maybe I should focus on that more. But I just don't really have
You
because
know.
now dealing with like I'm, as I said, I'm studying as well as I'm doing my business, so I have so much things going on at that moment that I barely have time to even breathe. And like Instagram, I post a picture real quick, and if I like it and I think it's worth it, and then I keep going about my day.
Well, you already know all these pictures is worth it. We loving it, but it's way more to it than that pretty phone.
Thank you.
You know, they don't even know about the boxing shit. You know what I'm saying? I think and you be at the range shooting shit too.
I do. I spar. I usually spar with guys though, but I used to spar a lot when I used to live in San Diego. I'm not that good at sparring yet. Moving and I still need to work on my technique, straightening my punches, being faster for sure. But I try.
So you don't care about getting punched in the face.
No, I mean I'm a tough girl. Like if you punch me, I punch back. And also, I the game like the main thing of boxing is if you don't want to get knocked out, don't get punched in the face. So I try not to get punched in the face usually.
Has anybody ever told you heavy-handed?
Oh yeah, I get that all the time. My best friend, she sometimes I would be joking, I would like by mistake would like smack her arm or something, and she would be like, "Ow!" I have pretty, and they're big. My hands are big and they're heavy.
No, I remember holding the mitts for you, and I was like, damn, like, because I've held mitts for women, you know what I'm saying? But, like you, I definitely feel like, looking at you on Instagram, female, if she was to get out of line by looking at you, might be deceived thinking that you not gonna defend yourself, you
Yeah,
know?
that's what I love.
But that punch is definitely. Oh, so you had altercations before.
Did yeah, multiple times actually, because they see me like if especially from when alcohol gets involved, there is a lot of things going on usually, but like when they see me somewhere or they don't like me, because usually I'm not very friendly. Like I would be friendly if I know you, and other than that I keep it to myself just because you can't really trust people. So they see me, they think, oh, this white girl, whatever, and for the record, not completely white, but whatever. And they think, they think they can talk to me sideways, and then once that happens, now Now it's like, well, or if you try to put your hands on me, well, I'm not gonna sit there and watch you. I'm just gonna show you what's up, basically. But
Have you
I
ever?
would never put
Have,
my hands on anybody first. You know, I'm not aggressive. If you know, I don't do that. But like, don't play with me. Is all I can say.
have you ever had to knock? Have you ever like knocked the woman out? Like knock, I know you ain't out here knocking out dudes, but like,
No,
have you ever like?
no, I
So you don't pull hair
where
when you're
on the ring or like out of the ring on the street. Like the most I did is take
about
some.
like the cases you've been into.
No,
You
so
ever had to? Have you ever like?
one of them, just her nose started bleeding. You know, and got. I think it was broken. I'm not sure what happened there. I just because after that she left me alone, so I just left. And then the other one, her wig fell out. And then the third one was actually my old best friend, and she just got one punch and that was it. She went back on the seat because we were sitting down. She got up from the table, one from the chair, and all I said was like, "Bro, sit back down." Like, so she sat back down, and that was about it. But no, nobody has actually been knocked out. Because I don't try to hurt them, because I know I can if I wanted to. But it's just like, know your place.
Yeah, yeah, nah, yeah. I love that shit because I'm telling you, looking at the IG and even meeting you in person, like you not giving off that vibe at all about being violent and your temper. Having like any sort of like anger. I haven't caught that vibe from you, but all I know is holding them mitts. I was like, it felt like, it was definitely powerful for a female.
It is.
So that's why I'm saying like, you doing that boxing shit. That shit, I think it's great. Putting a lot of other women on game as far as getting into boxing. Someone who's not a fighter, who consider themselves to be a pretty girl, but not afraid to, get out there and slip some punches and throw them shits back.
Absolutely. But also, again, like fighting on the street and fighting in the ring, it's two very different things. Especially if you're fighting on the street against somebody who just decides to, act out of pocket and like throw some street hands. It's because I'm using technique. And then you have these girls over here, they just try to go for the hair, kick, push, do whatever they want to do, like pull your clothes. To where like in the gym, it's like, technique, and like the person you're fighting against or like sparring with, they also using their technique. So it's very different.
It is. Nah, it is. That's what they say about sparring and fighting, like in the ring. They say sparring is a lot different from like the actual fight, being in like
Yeah.
14-ounce gloves and then coming down to 8-ounce gloves, no headgear and lights and people in that bitch watching. Hell yeah.
Adrenaline too, it's a big thing. Even me when I spar, even my adrenaline kicks in and I completely block off everything around me. Like it's complete. And even like endurance wise, when I spar versus like when I just, work out or punch the bag or whatever, my endurance is very different. Like my heart rate is very different.
Do you be shadow boxing sometimes?
I do. I do. That's how I warm up, like, for most part.
Yo, I'm blushing right now. I'm blushing heavy. I'm like, hell yeah, that's hot. Shit, I wish. And look, it's okay. That's why I brought up Alicia Baumgartner and Clarissa Shields. Like those are still like girly girls.
Yeah.
But they fighter, and they nice. Especially Clarissa Shields. But that's a whole nother. But Alicia Baumgartner though, yo, look her. Yo, she nice.
I will.
She
I
real
will.
nice. And she a girly girl. She be putting that dress on, feminine woman, but she definitely be out there doing them shits. I've always had respect for women that gets into martial arts or get into some sort of self-defense class and try to learn these things. It's not always defending yourself from a man. Sometimes you might have to defend yourself from a female. You know what I'm saying? Like, and little do they know, like just being able to throw a punch correctly can like save you from being embarrassed or save you from being in a situation where you getting your ass whooped in front of everybody. That shit is a real thing. And then it don't even have to be a situation where you putting yourself, because most people be thinking, well, I don't go out, I don't drink, I don't do all this shit. But when it comes down to it, you don't have to be in a situation to where you are being challenged. You know what I'm saying? So I think as a female, it's important. Yeah, hell
Not
yeah.
only
And I see you be at the range too.
yeah, keep going. Sorry. But no, not only that, but like even me being downtown, when I used to be in San Diego, I actually got attacked multiple times by, you know, homeless guys or drug addicts. So, and also that gives me kind of awareness because one time me and my friend were walking and then this guy was hiding behind the tree, following us around on the streets downtown, and I saw him. She didn't even notice him. So if it wasn't for me, I don't know what he was gonna do, but he was definitely following us because it was like a smaller, darker street. So he saw that I saw him. So after that, he stopped. And then like the other time was but I was kind of, and my friends always say like, oh, when we're with you out, we feel safe because we know if something went down, like you're with us. So
Oh, so you're that friend that holds it down for the whole group.
you know what? If my girl, well, I haven't been in that situation yet where I have to defend my friend, but if it comes to my girls or my best, my closest friends, oh yeah, for sure, I'm all in. Ain't nobody touching my friends. Yeah,
Yeah. I hope this reaches out to. I hope this goes the distance and people, are able to, especially women. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Again, like, don't no man want no violent woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man wants a woman that's feminine and like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lady. But at the same time, no shit, us men, we can't always be able to protect y'all. You know?
absolutely. I mean, I still need my man. I don't want to defend. If I have to, I will. But like, that's not my intention when it comes to men. I don't want to be, the man in the relationship. I don't want to be, none of that.
Yeah. Nah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I just think the boxing thing for you, you know what I'm saying? Being able to have that conversation honestly opens up door of opportunity. It opens up door for like friendships. It opens up door to like genuine people. And I'm not saying the boxing community has a whole bunch of genuine people, but one thing I will say about the boxing community is it has a lot of people that understand work ethic,
Yeah,
discipline, and they understand what being consistent is, and they're able to transfer those traits over into life in the real world. So even if you're not a boxer or you're not boxing, you still understand that you have to do these certain things in order to, you know what I'm saying, like, accomplish that goal. And so like I love being around people like that. I think that's why you and I have been able to, build a relationship over the past couple of years, just for the simple fact that, you know what I'm saying, I see how you be moving, I see what you be doing. And then like, just getting to know you is like, yeah, like she actually working hard. Like last time we talked like last summer, and you was telling me about, you want to start a business, and boom, like you started a business. You was talking about how you want to come back to America and all that type of shit. Boom, you back in America. So it's like every time I'm on your story, you working out. Like I'm like I love being around people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like now, at what capacity do I rate our relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like it all depends. You know what I'm saying? But I love being around people like-minded in that way. You know what I'm saying? I look at these people as, okay, if I had to go to war, this is the type of person I would, you know what I'm saying, like go to. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
And it's
So
very important who is around you because you become who as who your friends are and your surroundings are. And like I'm the same way. I prefer to, especially lately, I prefer to be around people who can bring value to my life and vice versa, because anybody else just brings me down. And I've been down, I've been all the way down, I've been to the bottom. So because of my own personal stupid reasons, but I've been all the way to the bottom, so I don't want to get back there whatsoever. And anybody who brings nothing but that, then they have no space in my life anymore.
yo, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I appreciate you coming on again. Honestly, shit, I just appreciate the consistency with the communication and the friendship. I mean, like I said, like seeing what you be doing, that should be motivating me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the weakest link amongst my peers. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to trying to achieve these goals. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
This video is gonna be helpful to a traveler, a solo traveler. You put a lot of things into perspective as far as being a social media influencer. Even though I don't look at you as one, somebody can go on your Instagram and probably say, like this person traveling everywhere. This person always taking these extravagant pictures. One more thing before I let you go, and for you viewers out there that's still here, please like, subscribe, and share this video if it's been helpful. But make sure you like and subscribe. The private jets, yo, like, just give us a little bit of experience. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody on jets all the time. Like, you always on a private jet. Like, what is it like?
It's a great experience. My very first time on a private jet, I was terrified to death just because the way it takes off, it's very different from a regular plane. It goes straight up, so I was thinking, oh my God, we're about to die. But other than that, you don't you don't check in, you don't wait on no lines, you don't go through no security check. I mean, you do, but it's a separate terminal, especially, at least in Europe. It's a separate terminal you go to. You have a transfer, the food, the service, you're able to watch what the pilots do the whole time, because their door is usually always open. They're very helpful. Shout out to NetJets, they're great.
Yeah, yo, you be making that shit look easy. Like, anybody can just, like, and you know what, another thing, you're very humble. Very, very humble.
You have
Very
to stay
humble.
humble. You
Cause
have to.
yeah, it shows in your personality a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I never saw your IG, I would never thought that you would be on private jets. You know what I'm saying? All the damn time. Like, I think that shit lit. That shit playing for real. Like, that's how you supposed to move. You really moving like the like how the real ones move. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you belong with us, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, because you know what? Nothing was given to me or to my family, so every single person in my family worked for what we have right now. So you can't. And also, don't ever forget, because money come and go. I've experienced it in my life. My family experienced it. We had a point where we had zero, nothing. So don't ever forget where you came from and where you can go. So that's why, you know what? Like, you never know who you're gonna meet. That's why you always should stay humble and be nice to people. So.
Yep, and you definitely a living example of that. Well, hey, I sure do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And again, for all you viewers out there, please like and subscribe. Hey, one more thing. How can we help you, your business, your service? Where should we go?
First of all, go to my Instagram, either my personal page or my business page. The business page is called Tidal Wave Marketing, Tidal_wave_marketing. And then if anybody needs website or any, social media marketing, management, content, anything online, just let me know.
You hired an employee too, didn't you?
I do. It actually is going pretty well. I have 4 employees currently. I have, in the span of a month, 10 clients. So I probably would need to hire some more people because it's going crazy. Yeah.
When you go back,
Bulgaria.
Okay. We gonna miss you. But we gonna keep up with you here. Y'all make sure y'all go out there, follow her, check out her IG. Hopefully by the time this drops, she got some more boxing videos up. And yeah, man, I still do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Most definitely. You have a good one.
You too.